Are you currently abroad, on vacation, on a work trip, on sabbatical, or you're starting a business as an expat or digital nomad? There might be one travel essential you may be overlooking. It's LinkedIn. Yes, LinkedIn is not just for the office, but it can be a powerful companion that opens doors to new opportunities and helps you build your network abroad. I just returned from a 3 week trip to India and Vietnam, and LinkedIn was my constant companion along with my suitcases, my family, and my jet lag. I travel about 1 or 2 times a year, travel abroad, and LinkedIn has been such a valuable resource for me. And so today in this video, I'm going to share some tips on how I and you can leverage LinkedIn. But before I do that, let me introduce myself. If you're watching this YouTube channel for the first time, my name is Naina Kaputi. I'm the founder and CEO of the Expat Woman and also a LinkedIn coach. I'm going to share my screen so you can see how I leverage some of LinkedIn's features. So let's start with tip number one, using the LinkedIn search bar to find people in the city or country you're traveling to. So last year I traveled to Tokyo. I did meet one connection in Tokyo. We met at the Starbucks for coffee, but how I found her was I entered Tokyo in the search bar. I have over 20,000 connections, so I don't remember where all my connections are. Also, people do move, especially since my network is largely expats, repats, digital nomads. People are constantly moving. So maybe they were in the Bay Area where I live, and this lady was in the San Francisco Bay Area, and then she moved back to Tokyo where she's originally from. So you enter Tokyo in the search, then you click on people, you click on first degree connections, and you can see it shows all my connections for first degree. That means we are connected. If it's second, it means we are not connected on LinkedIn, but we have mutual connections. And if it's a third degree connection, we have no mutual connections in common. But you can see here's a bunch of people. So if I was traveling to Tokyo this year, I traveled last year, I did message each of these people. I looked at their backgrounds. Do I want to meet with them? And then I said, I'm traveling to Tokyo from this state to this state. I'll be staying in this area. I would love to meet for coffee. It's such a fantastic way of finding people and connecting with people in your network. I mean, you could even try second degree connections, see what the person does. If you have someone in common, someone who's a mutual connection, you can ask them to introduce you to that person. You can also find people in groups in the city or country you're traveling to. So I enter Tokyo, I go to groups. Let's see if there's any groups here. So you can see InStyle Tokyo Premier Networking, IT Jobs in Tokyo, Tokyo Expats. So you click on Tokyo Expats. You hope to create a network for those that came to Tokyo to work and now call it their new home. So this is Tokyo Expats, but maybe you are going to Tokyo for an extended period or even for a short period. Maybe you can join and then when you're done, you can leave. So groups is another way to find people in the city or country you're traveling to. Then, so my second tip is posting or creating a post on LinkedIn saying you're visiting the specific city or country, and is there anyone in your network who lives there who might want to connect with you, or if folks know people living there and could connect you with them. Also asking for tips, suggestions about places to visit, places to meet expats, foods to eat, etc. So I'm going to scroll down and show you the post I created asking this very question. It says, anyone in Hanoi, I'll be visiting next week and would love to meet folks from my LinkedIn network and beyond. Also would love any suggestions on foods or restaurants to eat, places to visit, fun stuff to do, etc. I did ask ChatGPT and also joined a couple of travel to Hanoi Facebook groups, but always love getting suggestions from people I know. And then I got a bunch of comments and people reached out to me, etc. Since we're on this page with all my posts, let's go to tip number 3, which is create content about your travels. So when I went to Vietnam this year, I landed just in the midst of the typhoons, so I created a post about that because this gives you opportunities to create posts about your travel, showcase where you are, and you can also make it relevant to the work you do. When typhoons disrupt your plans, I arrived in Hanoi yesterday from Bangalore just as warnings about typhoon Wifa were rolling in, and then I talk about how we landed. I used photographs showing me in the rain, but I also shared a little bit about what I did, and then I also shared a lesson how when you travel, like running a business or living abroad rarely goes exactly as planned. There'll always be typhoons, unexpected changes, cancelled plans, missed opportunities. But there's always something to learn, enjoy, or discover if you stay open and curious. And I'll share links to all these posts in the description so you can get a sense of how you can use LinkedIn and how you can create posts to showcase your travel abroad and also provide lessons. So again, it's not just look at me traveling to these places. Make it relevant to the kind of content you normally share. Keep your target audience in mind so that you can be very specific about what you want to say in your post. And then you always want to ask a question to create engagement. Have you ever had a business or travel plan completely derailed only to find the silver lining? So that way you're not talking to people, you're talking with people. And even if they haven't been to the city or country that you're talking about, they still might respond in the comments. I got about 8 comments, I got 45 engagements. So again, people were interested. I used a bunch of photographs to showcase me in Vietnam in the typhoon. And then, of course, I also always end with a little introductory sentence, who I am. I do tag myself, I tag my business, and I also am a LinkedIn coach and trainer. So I tag my other business page, which is not my profile, but my Naina Kaputi business page, which talks all about LinkedIn and how to use it. Okay, so that was tip number 3 about creating content to showcase your travels. I also did a post about how to take LinkedIn with you when you travel abroad, which is this video is all about that. I did a poll about jet lag when I travel abroad because I did a video about jet lag and I wanted to share that. And then the other thing you can do with LinkedIn is look for events in the city you travel to, or if there are no events, maybe you can create an event and share it on LinkedIn. Hey, I'm posting this little meetup in Bangalore for any of my contacts living there. Drop me a line and I'll send the details. I didn't host my own event this time. I attended an event through doing research on LinkedIn, and also this woman here in the photograph, I reconnected with her. She's an ex-colleague of mine, and I reconnected with her through LinkedIn, and we met after I think maybe 10 years, 12 years, thanks to LinkedIn. So that's another amazing thing about LinkedIn. You might lose someone's phone numbers, their contact details, but if you're connected with them on LinkedIn, you do a search for that city, they'll show up, and then you can send them a direct message. And she also came along with me to the event. This is another post I wanted to share. It's about being a digital nomad. This is on the balcony of my Airbnb. This has got a lot of engagement just because I think it resonates with people, because I talked about how I love my work, and even when I travel abroad, it's not a big deal working wherever I am. So I got 56 engagements, 22 comments. So this post was also pretty popular for me because I usually get maybe about 10 comments and maybe 25 to 30 likes, reactions. So I know this post was popular, and I think using photographs, not just generic ones, but of yourself, definitely get more engagement because people want to see you. And now with AI, people want to see you. You can see I'm kind of sweaty. I'm not the perfect photograph for me, but it resonates with people, and you build your know, like, and trust factor. And especially when you're trying to build your identity abroad, trying to get more people to connect with you, use your services, hire you, become your clients, etc., you want to show up as your authentic self. Tip number 5 is using LinkedIn Premium. Now, this is only for those who are premium. I don't want you to get premium just for this feature, but if you have premium, you can create something called an away message. So you go to messages, then you click on this little pencil icon. You see, okay, so let's create an away message. Let's assume I'm traveling. I currently have a message that I'm back, but say I was traveling, you can say I am on a 3-week trip abroad and may take a while to respond. Take a while to respond. In the meanwhile, you can check out some videos on my travels, etc. And if you like my content, do subscribe. And then I have the Expat Woman YouTube channel. You can put the dates of your start date of travel and your end date of travel, and you save, and then you have to make sure it's on. Make sure your wave message is on, then do all this. And when you save it, anytime someone sends you a message, they'll get this response. And so it's good to add something for them to do, like if you have a website or a newsletter or an article or post, you can share a link to that. Now, if you are traveling extensively, you're going to be in a city or country for a couple of months, I'd say more than a few weeks, you can change the place where you're living. You can do that by clicking the little pen icon in the top right hand corner. You scroll down and then you will see locations. You can change your country, your postal code, your city. You could even add it to your headline here and say currently spending a couple of months in so and so. So to just let people know if you want to. These are just some additional options. So anyway, these are some of the tips I wanted to share with you about how you can leverage LinkedIn when you move abroad, when you travel abroad. Thank you so much for watching. If any of these tips resonated with you, please let me know in the comments. If you're looking to take LinkedIn to the next level, whether it's updating your profile so you really stand out from the competition, create valuable content that showcases your expertise, your business, your personal brand, build a powerful network that leads to more clients, more sales, etc. I have a link in the description for the various services I offer. I do one-on-one coaching. I also do group coaching, VIP days, etc. So hope to work with you if you want to really leverage LinkedIn to stand out and make bold moves abroad. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and I'll see you soon. Bye.